Good morning, folks. This is Alison with Shelterhouse, and I am here with our friends from Oak Coffeehouse this morning, one of the participating restaurants taking part in Shelterhouse Midland Restaurant Week, starting next week, Monday, April 25th, running through May 7th. Oak Coffeehouse is committed to empowering survivors, and we are so excited that you all are taking part in this inaugural culinary celebration, where as a community, we will be celebrating survivors, cultivating healthy relationships over shared meals and coffee, infusing economic empowerment into our community by dining in or ordering takeout or delivery, and we will be letting people know that they are not alone, and asking for help can be your greatest strength. So, guys, I'm so excited that you're here and that Live Oak is taking part. Can you please introduce yourself to our friends online?
Yeah, so my name is Emily. I'm the assistant store manager here in Midland.
Thanks, Emily.
And my name is Kait. I'm serving as a lead barista at our Midland location.
Wonderful. Well, thanks, Kait. Well, Kait, Emily, we are so excited that y'all are taking part in Shelterhouse Midland Restaurant Week starting on Monday, April 25th. So, can you tell us what motivated you all to join?
Yeah, thank you so much for having us. We're really excited to be a part of this initiative for a lot of reasons. Lots of obvious reasons, right? This is incredible to build our community in this way. But when I was reflecting on this interview and reading over some of your objectives, there was one that really stuck out to me. And it was the creating community over a shared meal. And that's something that really aligns with some of Live Oak's core values. It's so important, obviously, to pour into your community, to serve people in need and to bring them resources that they don't have. But even further than that is building a relationship with them, and that's where true change really happens. I believe, and I think a lot of us at Live Oak believe that as well. And so Live Oak and the coffee house is really built around this idea of creating a space where people can come and be intentional and sit down and share a meal or share a cup of coffee or play a game together and build that community and build that relationship where you learn, I can learn from you and you can learn from me, right?
Oh, that's wonderful. And it's definitely, you can feel that energy here in the space of Live Oak. So thank you.
Yes, and Emily said that very well. And there's an element in Live Oak's manifesto that reads, when you have more than what you need, you build a longer table, not a higher fence. So we're really grateful to be a part of this initiative and help engage in the community.
That's great. Yeah, we're definitely building a very long table here in Midland. We really appreciate your support. So our friends who are watching online who haven't yet been into Live Oak, what are you all best known for?
Well, I think that is best reflected in how we roast our coffee. So each location where we're at, we have a location here in Midland, and we're also located in Bay City and Uptown, and then we're located, or we're going to have a new location very soon in Saginaw in Shields. And each location has its own specific coffee roast that we roast for them, catered specifically to that community. We did this for Midland and Midtown, and we did this for Uptown, and we are going through that process right now for Shields and Saginaw. And when we build this roast, we take in that community, we consider the kind of people that are there, what will bring life and value to them, and we pour that intentionality into the process of roasting, tasting, and testing this roast. And not only is it great coffee, because quality is really important to us, but it brings in this intentionality and it builds this relationship with the community because we have this mindfulness of who you are and how we can bring wellness to you. And that kind of intentionality we bring into how we make our home goods and offer new menu items and when we build our drink specials menus. But even further than that, that intentionality goes into how we build our culture, how we train our crew to pour into the community where we're at. And ultimately make that community a better space because we are in it.
Oh, that's really wonderful. Thank you. So when people come to Live Oak during Shelterhouse Midland Restaurant Week, starting next week, Monday, folks, what can they expect?
So during Restaurant Week, Live Oak is launching a mini drink menu, and we will be featuring a lavender latte and our indigo punch tea. And both of those are shades of purple, which is kind of paying homage to Shelterhouse's logo and the domestic violence color of purple. And we're also featuring our Love Your Neighbor coffee blend on drip during that week. And half of those proceeds from that menu will be donated to the Shelterhouse initiative.
Oh, That's really wonderful. Thank you. Yes, purple is the color of domestic violence awareness, so it's really fun additions to have on your menu. So as we close out our interview today, are there any last things that you'd like to share with our community?
Well, we are just really grateful to be a part of this initiative, and we're really hoping that we can just provide a safe space to help empower survivors and to help community members out, and we are really grateful to help out with the philanthropic side of our community. So thank you so much for having us today, and we hope to see you get a cup of coffee.
Well, thank you so much, folks. Well, there you have it. Live Oak Coffeehouse being a shining and welcoming and intentional beacon of hope here in Midland on Ashman. So I hope you guys are starting to make your plans with where you're going to go out to eat, when you're going to meet up with friends for coffee or lavender-colored tea. And you're starting to have more conversations about what healthy relationships look like in your lives. At Shelterhouse, it is our mission to empower survivors of domestic and sexual violence by providing refuge, hope, and healing. If you or anyone you know is experiencing or has experienced domestic violence or sexual assault, you are not alone, and help is just a phone call away. Our community gives for survivors. They give because you are worthy of love and respect and healthy, beautiful relationships in your life. So come on out to Live Oak Coffeehouse during Shelterhouse Midland Restaurant Week, April 25th through May 7th. When survivors become empowered, our whole community flourishes. Thank you.